Greetings, YouTube. This has been a weird month. It has just been a weird month. You have Kabam Jax looking and sounding like, understandably, a kicked puppy that has had his treat taken away because his best buddy, Kabam Mike, got unexpectedly let go along with other people. Who knows what's true and what's not? But just based off of the public statements, I think we can all agree that Kabam right now is feeling like their boss, their parent, is cutting fat and making the place that they love to work more corporate than community. And it reminds me of when somebody starts a small business that turns into a really successful restaurant, and then some rich person comes in and franchises it, and in the process you lose what made it magical. That's why I'm trying to save my hometown. It's not that it's gonna die, it's that the locals are getting priced out, and the people who are moving in are rich that just want to turn it into the next Aspen, Colorado. Not that there's anything wrong with Aspen, but my guess is Aspen was probably a better place before it became the Aspen that we know today. Because when rich people fall in love with poor towns, they become rich towns that poor people can't afford to live in. Kabam was a small company with this cool dream to take Marvel vs. Capcom meets Street Fighter meets Mortal Kombat, only for families, and turn it into a free and still pay to play game on your phone. We need to remember that, like, back in the day, and like even the 1990s when I grew up, you needed a TV, which was very expensive. You needed cords to plug in your gaming. You needed to blow on the cartridges. You needed to be able to have all these things just to turn the thing on. Now you just open an app and the whole world comes to you for free, especially because it's free to download. Like, that's radical, that's magic, but we're so spoiled that we've forgotten how magical that is. All of that is to say, since the Double Track events are back, this is something that now it's $25 instead of $10. But is that the built-in price for 3 months? Is it not 30 days? Is it $25 for the 3 months? Because that's less than $10 a month. And I have a free-to-play account that I'm starting from scratch. I'm not giving you the name so nobody takes it, hopefully. That I'm starting at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow for 12 hours. I'm going to run a new free-to-play account and see how far I can get in 12 hours. It's going to be live. Every fight's going to be recorded. There's going to be nobody that can say that I had help or that I had somebody do it for me, or that I had somebody send me. Because to me, like, if somebody walks you through a video to where you just copy what you're doing, somebody's doing it for you. Even if somebody's not logging into the game and doing it for you, you are getting the cheat code to save items. That's a lot different than going, wait, who's this boss again? What's the node? How do I defeat him? It's been 5 years and I had a 3-star Star-Lord back then. That's a whole lot more pressure than being like, hey, can you send me that Seaton tutorial on how I use this with the best champ? Like, how do I cheese this? I used to always ask that question, how do I cheese this? Because I want to, save as many units and revives as possible and get the great rewards. I think that's what all of us want. It's going to be a different experience. Let's see, because that was real clever what they did. Like, real clever. And when I say clever, I mean, it's saying, do you want these 15, like, because it said you get bonuses, and it showed the $1,500 bonus, but you only get it by spending the cash. Like, that's kind of a evil genius thing to do, because it's giving players, let me go here, yay, and suddenly we're back. Look at this. See how that works? That's what happens when you're mirroring a Mac. This was an evil genius thing to do. Hey, you want 1,500 7-star shards? You want to claim it? You can't claim it for free, but you can claim it for $25. Now, what does that $25 get you? That is where we need to discuss. For starters, day 1, 1,500 7-star shards, 2 6-star crystals, 4 Paragon crystals, 3,600 tier 6 basic, 30,000 tier 3 alpha. This is Valiant, of course. 2 tier 5 class catalyst crystals, 2,000 exalted crystal shards, which will form into probably a 6-star and some third rate booster packs. And then instead of 1,500, you get 1,000. You still get the same amount of 6 stars. You still get the same amount of Paragon crystals. You get 11,000 less of those. Half of those. The selectors are actually better than the 100% crystals because they're RNG. So I actually think that's better at only 500 less. So Paragon, yeah, you don't get the third-rate booster pack. You get the super card capture crystals, but still, Paragon in some ways is actually better than Valiant. And then for Thronebreakers, it's still good value. It's just not the best value. Cavalier, same. And then literally, it's everybody. Like, Uncollected is just a summoner. Which this is also like the best time ever to start a new account if you're not free to play, which mine will be free to play. That is a promise. Because you get 2 5 stars just for starting an account. But I am not going to buy this because that would literally defeat the entire purpose of a free to play account. But I am going to promote it. I love that you also get Mysterium in these. That's cool. The free days for the gold track, you still get 6-star generic 6 stones and exalted crystal shards and these magnetron crystals, which will probably have a 7-star Captain Sparkles for somebody, statistically speaking. And then when you finally get to day 28, this is what this double track is all about. That day 28, that day 30. How is this going to culminate? Well, it culminates with a Lockjaw token, which uses you to get Beta Ray Bill, but it also gives you an Abyss Nexus Crystal Selector instead of a 6-star Nexus. That is a huge difference between Valiant and Paragon. Like, huge, huge. Third Ray Booster Pack exalted. Okay. So, in the Super Ultra card, a fully formed Tier 6 and Tier 3, a 25% Tier 6 Classic. All of this by itself is worth $30 compared to what the prices used to be. And that's for Beta Ray Bill. So, we got 6 stone packs too. We got crystal drop rate updates. Okay, we've got all that stuff. But I want to start off by saying that this is the best value we have ever seen for $25. Because I would assume that that gets you 3 months and you save $5. It's less than $10 a month. That's low spending, infinite value, even compared to July 4th weekend sales. So I am here to praise Kabam. I am here to give them the best grade that I have given yet on a double track event. And Morbius and that double track was still an A+. And this takes us through September, June to July, July to August, August to September. So it takes us through till the beginning of September. Everybody who can afford this should buy it. I asked my subscribers, should I go full free-to-play or go low spend, but not the early access bundles? You'll see I am putting my money where my mouth is. I am not buying a single one of these. There's still limit 4 on them. There will be limit 4. I'm not spending $100, but I will spend $25 over the course of 3 months. That's just being responsible. And if you lose respect for me because I only have 1 free-to-play account instead of 2, so be it. Wow. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.